In other news, South Korea's Foreign Minister Park Jin is in China for talks with his Chinese counterpart Wang Yi. They have a lot to discuss, possibly including South Korea's participation in the U.S.-led semiconductor alliance. For more, we have our foreign affairs correspondent Kim Dami on the line. Dami, what's the latest?
Well, Devin, the top diplomats of South Korea and China, that's Park Jin and Wang Yi, have just begun their talks in Qingdao, China. Like you said, the two have a lot on their plate, from Korean Peninsula issues to regional issues like the escalating U.S China tensions over Taiwan. And Seoul's participation in the so-called Chip 4, the Washington-led semiconductor alliance, will no doubt top the agenda. Despite Seoul's repeated emphasis on South Korea's national interest, Beijing sees the pact as nothing more than a grouping aimed at countering its influence in global supply chains. Park's trip comes ahead of the two countries' 30th anniversary of bilateral ties on August 24th, so Park will also be looking to expand cultural exchanges like K-pop and K-dramas, particularly among young people.
Now, Dami, earlier in the day, Foreign Minister Park emphasized economic cooperation with China, though there are significant challenges in this area, like the intensifying strategic competition between the U.S. and China. Tell us more about that.
That's right. Park has made clear he is determined to boost South Korea-China relations based on mutual respect and common interests, though hurdles do lie ahead, like the international order going through a new transition period. He said this while meeting virtually with South Korean residents and business people in China on Tuesday. He pointed out that South Korea's trade balance with China came to a deficit this May for the first time in 28 years, and he acknowledged the difficulties caused by the pandemic, like supply chain issues. But he noted that diplomatic missions in China are working closely with the Chinese authorities to address these challenges. Afterwards, his meeting with South Korean attachés in China covered ways to expand cooperation with China, like combating fine dust and restoring cultural exchanges in the post-pandemic era. This is all I have for now. Back to you, Devin.
All right, our foreign affairs correspondent Kim Dami, thank you for that.